I'm at Springs Pond today, and the water is on the stained side. I was kind of expecting that, especially from this pond, but I wasn't expecting the weeds to be coming up to the top already, so that's going to affect what I cast. I was hoping to play around with my fly rod, but I'll have to think about that. I'm thinking mostly sunfish over here, but there are bass, so I'm hoping that there's going to be some.
Wait, do you make videos?
Yeah.
I think I've seen them before.
Fish tacos? That's the name of it.
Oh yeah, I have!
Oh really?
Yeah!
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, I took a look at your channel just not too long ago.
Oh, awesome. Yep, trout, you can't do that as much, but these guys you can. That's a good size one.
Yeah, been catching a big smallmouth and largemouth like that over here.
Awesome. Okay, you good to go?
Probably about a 1.5 pounder.
Well, that was cool. I met some of my subscribers, so a shout out to Ernie for coming up and meeting me. He actually caught a nice bass earlier on that side of the pond, and I helped him get it free and back into the water. I got a barbless fly hook on the end of my line, and just to get something in the water quickly, I'm going to put a little 1-inch fish fry on the end. It'll be hard to cast, but with this wind, I'm hoping that the wind just carries it for me. Oh, I just saw a fish right there. Could be in here now. I don't have anything to fish for bass, but I do have my trout stuff, so what I'm going to do is use this trout worm and rig it Texas style but on a jig, and see if I can't work it through some of this grass. It's kind of an obscure way to do it, but it's the best that I can do with what I brought with me. Working a jig head like a bullet head Texas rig is not really very easy. It's grabbing all of the weeds and not just going over it. Going to try it with this nymph. May not catch a bass, but hopefully I can get a sunfish. Thinking that the appendages on this ought to slow down the weight of this 1/16. And if it doesn't, then I'll re-rig.
Like big, like really good swimming down there. You see a lot of people down there in the summer.
Yeah.
People always tell me there's not fish in here, then I catch one and show them.
Isn't it fun when you know there we go. They don't know what you know, that you're going to catch a fish.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this on my ultralight too. Come on, don't let go. I only got 2-pound line, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
2-pound line breaks so easy.
Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. I got something. I always post my videos even if I don't catch anything, but it's always more fun when you catch. See, I like to call it catching as opposed to fishing, because then if I call it fishing, then there's the risk that I don't catch, whereas, I want to give it as much of a chance to give me a fish that I want. This is a good size. This is a skinny one. So this is a female. So this one just laid its eggs. That's why it's skinny. And it's just, see, it's got, when you see the two on there.
Yeah.
So
That's how I know that.
Yeah. Well, see, the belly isn't full.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. So this would have been a much heavier fish.
Wait, I heard they thought this was
No, I agree with. I agree with you. I don't think that they stocked this one with rainbow. It's interesting that female was this close up. I think it must have just dropped off its eggs, because usually the females drop off the eggs and then go deep. The males stay and actually guard the nest. So if you're coming over to Springs Pond, just keep in mind that the grass is growing up now, so it's going to be harder to fish baits that are deep down. It's also going to be a lot harder to target some of the fish, because it is very stained and murky, a little hard for the fish to look at normal baits and whatnot where you're soaking baits. If you're where you can cast next to it, you could probably fish with some natural baits, worms, things like that, and catch some fish. Otherwise, for somebody like me that's a lure fisherman, I've got to kind of tick off the top of the weeds and hope that I can catch a fish, or if I can find a nice lane between the grass, like over here, then I have a chance to let it sink down and go there. But bass fishing is definitely picking up over here. The fact that I caught one in a short period of time. So definitely a place that I'll probably come by and fish a little bit more once the trout are completely gone. I still need to go check out Upper and Lower Tawa and some of the others to see if there's any trout left in there. Till next time, tight lines. There we go, got another. Might be a male. Looks like 10 inches. And no, it's a female. So looks like it's also spawned out. So a nice one at the end of the day. Let's get it back in the water. Bye-bye. Now with all this grass here, I would not recommend fishing with 2-pound line. I happen to be fishing with it because I was thinking that I was going to be going after sunfish, and actually I didn't even know if I was going to use my ultralight, since I'm just checking out the pond. My plan was really to use my Tenkara rod or the traditional fly rod, but it's just not clear enough in my opinion to use it, at least not for what I'm trying to do. Tried it anyhow just to see. Got some little toddler ducks over here. Still got their downy feathers. There. Oh, missed it, but that was pretty cool. Came in from that grass and then took it, but then took off. So if I'm lucky, there might be a male or sitting over there also. Doubt it.